What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Maury, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? What's going on, KR? What's going on, Trace? I see you in here. What's going on, boy Sean? How you feeling? For those that was in the live yesterday, we did end up seeing some reversals take place. Didn't take any too crazy positions yesterday. Took a GN by hit TP1, missed TP2 by like a pip, and then price reversed on a lot of these charts again. We go into the daily time frame. We can see a lot of reversals are taking place, and we have a few levels that we can see a possible sells in a lot of these charts, and also downtrends come into play. We go into the daily time frame. We're going to see the same exact thing. Prior to what price has done this week, it was nice and bullish. We have the higher high. Price reattempted to break that level, rejected. Then the support level right here. Price broke low, did a nice drop. I actually missed this because I wasn't looking at GJ. This would have been a nice sell position last night. We could have took. I missed that setup. Also, because I just those that was on the live, y'all just saw I put the alerts down. I didn't move the alerts from what I did yesterday, which was my fault. Which I'm about to do right now with a lot of these charts. But yeah, we're looking at possible GN sells depending on if it can break this next level or not. And then we're watching EU for possible buy setup. Speaking of which, let's pull up gold too. So I'm not gonna mess with GA too much. Let's put gold up. Yeah, gold's just flying. Broke those all-time highs. Don't leave that alone. Let's see what traces back for us. Those are joining the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. These are some trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. You see on your screen how we did last month, last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Let me fix the mic because I sound like I'm a little too far. Let me scoot up for y'all. Just dropped a new video yesterday also. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to check that out. I'm going to drop that in the chat. You guys got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at each question, drop in the chat. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. We're going to have possible GN stuff. If it can hold, break below and hold 695 as a resistance, we look for sales going down to around 650, 640. We're looking at possible EU buy. We're watching to see if price can break and hold above 900. If it can hold 900 as support, then we look for buys going to 920 and possibly 950. So that's the two we're looking at right here. And then GJ, we're going to keep an eye on it, but it did a pretty nice drop. It's been dropping literally since markets reopened. And then we can see a possible NAS sell here. Same thing, we was nice and bullish. Now you see the possible reversal and downtrend coming into play. So NAS can continue to hold 79.60, 79.50 as resistance. We can look for sales going to 78.90 and then possibly even 17.800. That's what we're looking at. So we're going to be watching NAS. We're going to be watching NAS. We're going to be watching EU, and then we're going to be watching GM. That's the game plan for London session at least. Went live with the members yesterday during the news. 8:30 news wasn't too eventful, but we saw more actual volume kicking at the 10 o'clock news. As far as today, we have 8:15 when the New York starts Euro news popping off. Then 15 minutes after that, we got unemployment claims for the USD pairs. And then 15 minutes after that, we got Euro news again. And then we have a little break, and then we have a Fed speaking at 10 a.m. So we have a lot of news popping off today as well. So keep that in mind when you're looking for setups, stuff like that. Yeah, so as far as NAS, we're just waiting for the retrace because we missed the entry. It's did the move about 2 hours ago. Obviously wasn't on the charts or live. So we're just waiting for the or we're waiting for the next possible entry point. So we're just chilling patiently waiting right now. Yeah, damn, it's already taken off. It's all good. Like I said, we're either just going to wait for the retrace, or if it can hold 880 as resistance, we'll look for a sell right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and move it down. But if it retraces, bounces off that, I'll put it back up. And now we're just going to look for a sell right here. EU's rejecting as well. So again, last night we had a lot of reversals take place. A little bit during the middle of New York as well, but for sure it took place last night. We had a bunch of reversals take place. What's going on, JD? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So again, right now we're just waiting for our confirmations. Just waiting for price to hit our key levels so we can look for our entries. NAS started the move 2 hours before we went live, and it's still pushing. So again, we're waiting for price to either break below this level to look for a sell, or if it retraces back up to here, we're going to look for a possible sell if it can continue to hold as resistance. Same thing with GJ, did a pretty big drop since the markets reopened, so we are going to be looking for sells now on this. We're just waiting for a retrace as well, especially because again we're looking at the daily time frames. Did a pretty big drop, and this was literally just Tokyo session, so we still have all of London session, which just started 15 minutes ago, and then we still have the entirety of New York. So we're either going to see an extra abnormally large candlestick today, or at one of these periods, either this session or the next session, sometime in between, we might see prices chill and take a nap for a little bit. Because usually, especially on the daily time frame, because again, when we just go into the daily time frame. All right, let's go on and make a chart. So just pay attention to the candlesticks. When we go into the daily time frame and we look at GJ right here, there we go. This is what it looks like right now. Like I said, London session just started, and we still have all of New York. So when we compare this candlestick to all the other candlesticks, where these are how the candlesticks ended for the day, we can see that this is pretty much the same size as the majority of these candlesticks when we had some volume in them. And these are, again, how Tokyo, London, and New York session played out. So if we're already this size and London session just started, we're either going to see price become a huge candlestick like this, or usually when we see price already large like this, already did a big move, again, we're going to see a pause or some consolidation a little bit. So that's why really, again, you should never be in a rush in trades, but that's also why I'm waiting to see how it's going to react. Because again, already started to move again. This one it did last night during Tokyo session. This one it did about an hour or so before London session started. So again, all we can really do is wait for retracement of the next possible entry point. So we're just chilling, patiently waiting. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. Look at any charts, drop in the chat. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description of the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Going over how we're doing so far this week. We're 3-0 so far this week. Took a GM buy, like I said, yesterday. TP1 got hit. We missed TP2 by 1 pip. We caught 14 pips. Then yesterday, well, not yesterday, what you call it? Tuesday. It's Thursday already? That's crazy. So Tuesday, we took a GN buy. All TPs got hit, caught 103 pips, which was this position right here. This was the trade from yesterday. This was a trade from the day before. Nice one to forward true up. And then on Monday, we started off with a GN buy. TP6 got hit, caught 52 pips. And then EJ buy, all TPs got hit. We caught 72 pips on that. So that's how we're doing so far this week. And we can get rid of gold because unless gold does a retracement, I'm not going to even trade that today, to be honest. But which one was it? I think it was this one right here. So yeah, EJ did a very similar move to GJ as well. Again, it was nice and bullish. Failed to make that higher high after a second attempt. And we saw the reversal come into play today. So again, same thing. We look at EJ. Look at the rest of the candlesticks. This thing is bigger than the rest of these candlesticks. So again, we're either going to see a normally large candlestick, especially because we have a lot of news today. So it's not impossible. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see what takes place. So grab this really quick. I've been dropping a bunch of videos this week. If y'all haven't caught up to them, make sure to check them out. I'm going to update the playlist. If not today, over the weekend. But they should be updated from the videos from like last week or 2 weeks ago. But make sure to check the content out on there, y'all. Been dropping a lot of content this week. Got a few more I want to work on and drop for y'all as well. So be on the lookout for that. New 15 just started. Let's see what we did. All right, some matches increasing. Still got a little bit of work to do. Yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. What's going on, John? How you doing? Looks like JPY pairs are still going. Let's see if GN can break this level and hold it. Again, as we're looking at a few other charts, but the main charts I'm watching as far as London session is concerned is NAS, Euro USD, and GN. I'm keeping an eye on the JPY pairs, but these are the charts I'm really paying attention to right now. I'm anticipating a retracement though, because again, it's been pushing for a very long time. New 5-minute just popped up. The JPY pairs are still pushing down as well. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on the screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Last month we went 17-1, caught 24,403 pips. Last quarter went 76-7, caught 240,157 pips. Make sure to follow the Instagram and TikTok too. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. But yeah, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. We see right now GN's just now attempted to break below the level, but just like the last 15 price broke it, but then closed back above here. Hasn't really closed and held this level as a resistance yet, which is what we're waiting for. Because again, we want to enter buys off support, we want to enter sells off resistance. You ever trade silver? I used to, but gold just moves a little bit better. But I haven't looked at it in a long time, like maybe 6-8 months. But I used to trade silver. Like if you go into the free Telegram and you go to like way back in the day, like I don't know who will find one while we're scrolling, but like I know I did like maybe early 2022, like late 2022. I used to call some silver plays, but I just noticed gold just moved a lot smoother, so I just kind of stopped playing with it. I'm trying to see if we can find one, but yeah, I just don't look at it anymore. Like if you go and look at again, you click the pin message free Telegram, it'll take you to when the playbook got created. So you can literally see how we've been doing this since the playbook started. How we've been averaging high 80, high 90% win rates, literally since the playbook has been created. And yeah, I used to trade a bunch of different shit. Like if you look at my super old live streams, like from what, like not my very first one, right? Maybe my third live stream I ever made, you'll see like way more tabs. I used to go through like 20 different charts, 20 different pairs, all types of stuff. Like you see here, I used to call a bunch of trades, and just over time, you just find charts you like better than others, or you find things that move smoother than others, and then now here we are now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nothing against silver. There's moves every now and then, but as far as like smoothly moving as smoothly, like let's compare silver to correlating JPY pairs or the indices, right? Most of the time they move very smoothly. They do similar moves, but like with silver, not so much all the time. It's not as correlating as like the JPY pairs, for example. Like you look at EJ, we're on the 15-minute time frame. We look at GJ, we see clear similarities. Like they're almost damn mirroring each other. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you see that in silver, but not as often as you do like relating pairs. Well, if you want to take a look at it, I can take a look at it. That's what's up. Yeah, gold did a crazy move too. Gotta do 5 minutes about to pop up. So yeah, EU is rejected this level. So again, that's not changing what my gameplay is. That just means I'm not going to enter the trade yet, right? So that's why we wait for confirmation. So again, if price can't hold this level, I'm just gonna watch to see how it reacts to this level here, where we had the nice buy setup yesterday. But this doesn't change the fact that I'm still looking for buys. You get what I'm saying? But again, we look at on a daily time frame. Following the rules of the trend, we see clear higher highs. Just did a huge pump for 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight. So again, price isn't just going to forever shoot up. Prices is just going to forever shoot down. Retracements are part of the game. So, but overall, the trend is still uptrend. The trend is still bullish. So I'm still going to be looking for buy setups over sell setups as far as Euro USD is concerned. You guys got any questions up in the chat? We're looking at your charts up in the chat. There we go. So we're gonna be looking for sales. So I did the retracement was talking about, and again, those hours here, if y'all just joined late, you have to rewind a little bit. What we talked about is like at the beginning of the live. This is another example. We see this almost every day. This is another example why I tell y'all don't chase trades. Because imagine if we would have just jumped in there because, oh crap, Nas is doing the move. I don't want to miss out on any pips. And they would have entered here. Our risk reward would have been way smaller. And then look, we would have missed the ideal entry here. We see this happen all the time. Price is going to retrace. If it doesn't retrace, it's going to retrace when it hits the next main level. Or if it doesn't, just wait to enter at the next main level. As far as that is concerned, if it continues to hold 17,960, 17,950 as resistance, I'm looking for sell positions going down to 17,890. If it can break and hold that level as resistance, we can see it go as low as 17,800. That's if it can hold this level. Because again, we look right here. Hold on, I don't know why my mic's sounding like the bugging out. I'm gonna try to fix that really quick. Okay, there we go. We sound better. Right, because when we look at NAS right here, we go into a naked chart. Hold that thought. Okay. Yes, we might see something pop off a little bit. The JPY pairs are still just going crazy, but I'm gonna leave them alone, honestly. All right. So when we look at NAS right here, we was bullish, but we're no longer seeing higher highs get made. We're seeing a possible lower low or reversal take place today, right? So depending on again if you can hold or break that next level, we could see a downtrend come into play. So that's why I'm waiting to see if it can hold this level as resistance or if it's going to try to push back up. Because for the downtrend to continue, it's going to need to hold this level at 17,960, 17,950 as resistance, and then it's going to have to break and hold 17,800 as resistance. Right. So unless price can do this, we could see price try to push back up. right? But I personally wouldn't look for buys unless price holds 18,030 as support again. Right now, I'm looking at possible sells. Well, again, I'm waiting to see if it can hold this level. We got a new 15 and new 5-minute about to pop up in about 10 seconds. We might find out in a little bit. What are you talking about, silver? All right, we're going to see if we can hold this as resistance. U15 just popped up. So I was doing the retest, like I said. Wait, what's the price point? You said 0765. You could look for one, but I'm looking for a sell here if it can hold this level. But you said it's all the way up here. If it's right here, I'm not going to wait for price to shoot all the way back up and then go for a sell here. If it can hold this level as resistance, I'm gonna look for a sell here. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're waiting on right now. We're waiting to see if we can hold it. And as we can see, when price first came here, rejected, tried again, rejected. Now I broke through. So now we're seeing if it can hold it as a resistance. So that's what we're looking at right now. Right. So if it's going to hold this level as resistance and it's going to continue to push down, it wouldn't make sense for me to wait for it to go here. Now it's still holding as low as resistance. New 5 minute just popped up. Yeah, JPY is going. They just took a shit. They just took a dump. Dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Y'all haven't checked it out yet, which I know most of y'all haven't, but that's fine because I literally just dropped it yesterday. Make sure to check that out. Make sure to explore the playlist in the channel. Y'all know how YouTube works. Those are just joining the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month, the last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. So we just went over how we did this week. So now we're going to go over how we did last month. Even though it is Thursday, so check out the Sunday chart analysis because a lot of stuff has been going as projected this week so far, just like last week in the Sunday chart analysis. But this is how we did last month. So for February, we ended the month 17-1, giving us a 94% win rate. We caught a total of 24,403 pips, 24,305 strictly with the members and advanced play super. And click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of February. As you can see, you see how we started off with 4 that. This is how we did January. January went 20-0. It was 100% win rate for the month. Caught 37,620 pips. Again, every Sunday we drop the Sunday chart analysis. Do the recap the day at the end of every day. See the screenshots of the positions, screenshot of the signals. You'll see student results, testimonials, wins, losses. Everything's posted up in here. So make sure to check all that stuff out. But yeah, that's how we're doing so far this quarter, this month, last month. We're going to go over how we did last quarter in a little bit. But let's just get it there so it's ready. 1 second. I think I got to go to forward. There we go. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling patiently away. Like I said, we're looking at an EJ buy. I'm not EJ, EU buy. We're looking at a GN sell. Looking at possible NAS sell if it can hold this level. If it breaks above this level, like I said, I'm just going to leave it alone unless it goes back to 1830. Then I'll look for a possible buy. JPY pair, I'm just going to leave it alone unless they break another level or retrace because, again, they did a huge move already. So I'm not really trying to get caught at the end of it. I like to catch the beginning of the move. I don't really like to catch the end. That's how you avoid getting caught in those retracements and pullbacks as well. Again, we got a lot of news popping off today at 8:15. We got Euro news. 15 minutes after that, we got USD news. Then 15 minutes after that, we got another Euro news event. And then at 10 a.m., we got a USD news event as well. So we got a lot of news popping off at the beginning of New York. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, I'm really like the EU and GN. Those are the main two I'm looking at right now is EU and GN. Just waiting for the confirmations right now. So again, we see how G is starting to hold as low as resistance. New 5-minute just popped up. So unless price starts to take a dump, I want to see if it can close and hold this level. But this is what we're talking about, right? Because again, before price broke below this level, and the level I'm talking about is this golden line right here. This is my zone. Before price broke that level, it was being treated as support. Now that broke below it, now we see the opposite happening. We saw again how it was green. Now we see price trying to push to the downside, just like how right here we took a nice buy on this level when it was being respected as support at the same level. That later turned from support to resistance, right? So yeah, strong support can be a strong resistance, and vice versa. Strong resistance can be a strong support. So you want to look for buys off support. You want to look for sells off resistance, because when you go with the flow of price, and then on top of that, you enter buys off support, sells off resistance, you're going to have the momentum as well as the flow of price in your favor, which just gives you a higher likelihood of the trade going in your favor. You get what I'm saying? You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When you're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. I like how this is looking. It looks like EU's trying to do something as well. Yeah, I like these two right here. I like to enter this the next 15, but we're gonna see if we can do that. It's kind of just been chilling right here, but I like how these two are looking. NAS still holding this level, but I still want to wait to see what it's going to do next. I'm not going to pull the trigger on NAS yet. I'm liking how EU and GN are looking right now. All right, new 15 just popped up. Do you think EJ is done with the sell? Um, so like I said earlier, it could potentially keep pushing down. Is it done? I'm not sure. Is it done? I'm just saying I'm not going to enter any other position. I'd rather see it retrace and then go for a sell. Because again, look at the daily time frame. We compare this candlestick to all the other daily candlesticks. It's already done a way bigger move than on average. So from past experiences on the charts, usually when this happens, we either going to see price either continue to tank and it become like one of those huge ass candlesticks. This, but as you can see, this ended up wicking up, right? Like where we see a normally large candlestick, we usually see a wick. Like this was a red candlestick and then it flipped the script, right? So again, so what I'm saying is the reason why I want to wait for retracement is because I'm not trying to get caught in the pullback or retracement. So on price, because again, you got to understand how this works as well. Right, so it's split up into sessions. Each daily candlestick represents a day. So within that daily candlestick is Tokyo, London, and New York session, right? So since London session just started, this is already bigger than most of the candlesticks that went through the entire day, London, New York, and Tokyo session. So for it to be this size, it's either going to become one of those abnormally large candlesticks, or it's going to be pausing for a little bit and do a retracement before another move. So that's why I'm not really messing with it. I'd rather see a retracement because again, it's been just dumping and breaking levels all night. So from here, if we can hold 161.15 as resistance, we can see sales continue down to 160.80. Well, I'd rather look for a retracement down at 161.50 where I can look for a sell down, or even if it comes back up to 161.90. Now I can't say how far it's going to go because I'm not sure. It's already broken a bunch of levels, but from where it's at, the next place I'll be targeting for it to go is 160.80 or even as low as 160.35. So GM looks like it might try to do something yet, but I'm really liking how EU and GM are looking. I'd rather mess with those because they've done some retracement slightly, but if we look at EU, again, it's kind of just been chilling here, right? Or if we look at GN on the daily, it did a reversal, but it's not as extreme, you know what I'm saying, as the JPY pillars. Make sure to like the live too, y'all. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Unless you jumped in here like 5 minutes ago, nothing changed with NAS. Gameplay's still the same. If we can hold this low as resistance at 17,950, we can look for sales going down to 17,890 and possibly 17,800. If it breaks back above this level, I'm just going to leave it alone. But if it holds 18,030 as support, we can look for buys going back to 18,100 and possibly 18,200. But nothing's really changed since we've been live. It's been chilling here. So we're still just watching to see how it's going to react. You guys got any questions up in the chat? When we look at any charts up in the chat, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram is playmaker_way. TikTok's _playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. Yeah, right now we're just chilling, patiently waiting, y'all. As you can see, nothing's really changed since we've been alive. Like, we just, break it down candlestick by candlestick. We started at 3 a.m. This was the 3 o'clock candlestick. This was the 3:15, 3:30. This was the 3:45 candlestick. So again, price has just been chilling here the entire live. Same thing with EU. It's just been, chilling here, attempting to break this level. Same thing with NAS. So again, we're not really missing anything. We're just chilling, waiting for our confirmations and the next possible entry. All right, so we got EU about to reattempt. So again, we're not going to just jump in because price broke it. We want to see if it can hold it like how I was trying right here, right? We want to see if it can hold the level as support. That's what we're really waiting on. Just like with GN, it's doing a retest, right? So if we would have entered right here, again, we would be in drawdown right now. Drawdowns are part of the game. This is what we're waiting. We're waiting to see if it can hold this level as resistance. So far it is, but at the same time, it's not continuing to push down. So no point in entering right now when it's retracing up. You know what I mean? So that's why we ain't pulled the trigger on that one yet. But again, we're waiting. We're looking for possible buys on EU and looking for possible sells on GN. And we're looking at possible sell in that. You get what I'm saying? So with EU, if it can break and hold 900 as support, we can look for buys going to 920 and possibly 950. And then with GN, we're looking to see if it can hold 700, 705 as resistance. If we can hold it as resistance, we can look for sales going to 650 and possibly 590. So that's what we're looking at right now. All right, we're gonna see what this next hour looking like. We got a new 15 about to pop up in about a minute and a half. So again, we just saw how this was green, retested, and literally as soon as we switched back, now it's pushing down. So when you saw that, that is when you would want to pull the trigger to enter the trade. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm really watching EU. EU is just teasing us right now. Right, but again, we see right here, right? We on the 5 minute. Now, again, I don't take my trades off the 5 minute. I'm just pulling up the 5 minute so y'all can really see what I'm talking about. So again, we see here, price was treated as low as support, broke below, treated as resistance, price pushed down. Now we see here, price treated low as support, broke below, treated as resistance. Now it's on the way to push itself down. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to see what this next 15 and 5 minute looks like. We're going to see how this one closes and how the new one opens up. But yeah, I just saw that in real time. But we also see that price again. This is where the 315 candlestick closed. This was the 330. This was the 340. So later for 30 minutes, price just chilled here. 30, 40 minutes, price just chilled here. But now it looks like if it can break this level that price has been kind of stuck at, if it can break this level right here, let's change the color so I don't throw myself off. We could see price possibly take a rip, right? And then we'll see here on this level, price was struggling at as well. We also see it when this news popped off, it coincidentally went from this zone and then blew all the way above this level here, right? And I'm being sarcastic when I say coincidentally because there's no coincidences in the markets. You get what I'm saying? Let's see what EU's talking about. I just heard an alert. So again, it's kind of just like what we saw take place with GN. Price hit this low, so now we're about to see if it can hold this as support. If it can, we can look for a possible buy setup on EU right here. All right, and then we see here how GN is kind of just again struggling to break this level right here. So we got news. We got news later on today during New York session. Be on the lookout for that, y'all. Not going to be going live with the members today. We're going to go live tomorrow during the news. We went live yesterday during the news. We go live news 2 times a week. On normal weeks, if there's like the regular amount of news, or one of those weird weeks when there's not a lot of news, that might change depending on my schedule. But we're going to be going live again with the members during tomorrow's New York news event. We go live, and just like the live streams on here. If you missed them, the recording, you can check them out later on. But we have an 8:15 Euro news popping off, and then at 8:30 a.m. at the beginning of New York, we got USD news popping off. Then at 8:45, we got Euro news popping off again, and then we have another 10 a.m. USD news event. So be on the lookout for those times when you're taking trades or when you're in trades. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so we're going to be on the chart still, but we're just waiting for volume to kick in and also for our confirmations to be met. All right. Shout out to everybody that's been alive. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since we started it. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Appreciate everybody that hit that like button. If y'all ain't liked the video, make sure to like it. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, y'all. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all can contact me directly on Instagram or Telegram. I respond to all messages. Members, in a few hours, be on the lookout for the New York price watch list. But it looks like, hold on, let me grab my mouse. It looks like, again, we saw how this was a full red candlestick, and now we see how price is trying to push up. So let me see if GN is trying to, it looks like GN is trying to do something as well. So again, we see this stuff taking place right now, real time. So again, a lot of y'all be asking me, like, what do you mean by the confirmation, or what are you looking for exactly? This is kind of what I'm looking for, right? Now, obviously, you have to see the full thing and it take place in real time. But this is what we're looking for as far as confirmations. Because again, what I used to do, what used to mess me up a lot, and a lot of y'all do this, is y'all try to beat price to it. Whether y'all know it or not, a lot of y'all try to beat price to it, where, you know, if you know how to read the charts, you have a good strategy that won't, you know, necessarily hurt you too much. But one thing I've noticed is when I just wait for price to show me what it's trying to do versus me trying to beat price to it, I win a lot more trades. You get what I'm saying? That's why the win rate's so high. That's why 9 times, 8 times out of 10, when we take a trade, it's going to hit at least a few TPs, if not all TPs, before his stop loss. And that's also why, you know, when we do take trades where we're catching, well, this is not a good example because we don't really trade EU like that. Like when we look at GN, right? That's also like when we take trades and they hit all TPs, we're not just catching a couple pips, like we're catching like entire candlesticks for the day. You get what I'm saying? Like when we take trades, we're on the daily time frame, like we're catching the entire move. So we're not only predicting, but we're catching the entire move for the day when you do this and when you trade this way. You get what I'm saying? Like when we look at GJ, we go back to the beginning of January, we literally caught the entire uptrend. Daily candlestick after daily candlestick, higher high after higher high after higher high, right? And then when the uptrend continued back up here, we just picked up where we left off. You get what I'm saying? Make sure to sub to the channel, y'all. Make sure to catch up to the content. I dropped a lot of videos. I've been dropping a video damn near every day since the week started. Make sure to check those videos out, y'all. Check out the playlist. I'm gonna update the playlist from the videos I dropped this week and last week, either tomorrow or over the weekend. And yeah, we're gonna be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 a.m. EST. Let's go back to GM. Okay, we didn't miss anything because usually when I start breaking this stuff down, that's when price is supposed to try to take off or something. So yeah, so we're literally right back where we left off at the beginning of the live stream on both charts. So they're still just kind of teasing us right now.